What's going on, guys? XCaliber here, and we are back for a build series, but we are beginning a new series called the Project Prefab build series, where we will specifically uh, work on builds for Project Prefab, obviously. So, pretty self-explanatory. Hope everybody's doing good today. Seneca, how's it going? Ginger, been taxed. That sounds dangerous. I like it. I like it. The Scarly, Sam Squash. Crazy, what's up, man? I guess I should do like a... Yeah, we gotta do like a separate thing. Separate thingy here. Creative. Hey, Stay, what's up? Hey, Rob, how you doing? Morning. Yeah, it's morning. Morning-ish. It's morning and that I'm drinking coffee, so. Very much morning. Guys, we are going to be working on our Project Prefab challenge for this month. We're going to be making a early tier 1, tier 2 small vessel. I'm not sure yet which one, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Be nice to build on. Oh, should we build on planet or build in space? Yeah, let's build on planet. We haven't built on planet in a while. We've been out in space. Space is better, but the lighting sucks. We're gonna put down our platform here, nice and flat, arid area. I like it. I like it. Enjoyed another live stream by you with intent of doing a live stream myself later this evening. Very cool. Big guy. You had me at coffee. All right, so let me refer to the actual brief so that we're all copacetic here. All right, so we are going to look at the brief. And so submissions are due on the 15th of June. We are going to be doing vanilla, but you could do both vanilla and reforged. We're going to make a starter small vessel, unlock level 5 to unlock level 7, CPU tier 1 to 2. If you're doing level 5, obviously you can't do tier 2 because the tier 2 CPU block unlocks at level 7. So thruster in all directions, 1,000 cargo minimum, O2 station, O2 tank, oxygenation, ammo box, landing pads. The important things: make all utilities manually accessible, expose all thrusters. This is one I added today. I've been getting some great feedback, by the way, guys, so we have messed with the brief a little bit. Recheck it if you haven't. No warp or shield. Spacing is encouraged. No Zascosium in our restroom. That's it. That's it. That's the that is the challenge for Project Prefab for the month of May. Awesome, Seneca. I appreciate that. Glad I can help in any way. Alright, we're gonna grab our mother. Oh, here they. I thought they got rid of my tools. I get mad every time I like put vanilla. It's Notorious, what's up? How you doing? We're going to grab all the basics. Oh, I guess. Oh. Oh. It is weird. Okay, well, fine. So used to getting them myself. That's a new thing. That's cool. Very nice. Alright, SV. which means we need a SV starter block, and then we need some. Ooh, I don't know yet. I don't know what we're gonna build out of. Oh, a tier 1 multi-tool. Yeah, no. Time for that. Alright, so, Garriman, just the man I wanted to talk to. What was the SV that you built 2 months ago for the Designers Challenge? What was that called? A topo. Hot topo. Yeah, I really enjoyed the format of this. I really liked the utility of it. I'm definitely inspired to do something of the same utility. Obviously, this has a bit more to it. It is unlock level 10. Only probably for a couple things like the warp and maybe some other things. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I am interested in doing something. Probably, I don't know size-wise, but it definitely had me thinking about a particular Star Wars build, which I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of this ship. And I can't even remember what movie it was in, to be honest, but it was like a little transport ship. It literally was like a box, and then it had these wings kind of going down on the sides, similar to this. But I think they started more like halfway down. No, actually, I think they started at the bottom, and they came down. I think I referenced that in the stream as well for it, but really liked it. Really liked it. Will you be doing a stream similar to the monthly challenge streams to present them all? Absolutely. So we are. Oh, and you know what? I didn't put that in the brief. I'll put that in the brief. So well, you know, it's kind of contingent on the Designers Challenge streams and how far they go, but the intention is to do them the Saturday after they're due. So I'll update the brief. But yeah, we're going to be doing a Project Prefab stream each month, mid-month. So it should fall on the open Saturday in between the Designers Challenges. And we'll be able to test them out and actively certify them as a community. Because honestly, I want this to be as transparent and as group-oriented as possible. This is our catalog. It's our project. It's not my project. These are your guys' builds. This is your guys' input into Empyrion directly. And, you know, I want to make sure that all the bases get covered and that all of our eyes go over each of these builds and point out anything that is a mishap, because honestly, you know, these could potentially go into the game as core prefabs. And like I said earlier in the stream, in that last stream, was that a new player doesn't know the difference. A new player assumes that this build comes from the development. And if there's something wrong with it, it misrepresents the game, and it actually does more harm than good, I think. So I want to make sure that when we put these things out and we certify these Anvil, you know, of Anvil quality, I want to make sure that that's upheld. So that's specifically why I want to do the stream, first of all. Second of all, obviously, we want to check them out and see how cool they are and be inspired and all the normal things that we do this for anyway with the Designers Challenges. But there's that extra mission of ensuring that they're tested and verified. And honestly, this might be something that I might bring JTKE in as well, because the Anvil test drive is it's more to that as well. So I don't know. We'll see how that works. But I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I think we've already got a couple people that have already put stuff in for it, so it's really cool. We're gonna start with steel, and then we'll kind of figure out how we're gonna build this. It's not gonna be very big, so with it being semi-small. So I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what I think the first thing. So I've already built the shiv, right? The shiv is you know, it's obviously a it's already a prefab. It's a very low end unlock level 5, very inexpensive, but also you know, it doesn't have that long of a life. I mean, it serves its purpose. It does allow you to farm XP. It allows you to add a constructor. It has a generous amount of thrust for that level, I think. Not very fast. It's more focused on lift capabilities. You can remove these and add things. Forget what, but you can add things. It's got 1500 cargo, which is really good. And then it's got all the basic stuff. Fridge. It's got an O2 station here, an armor locker here. So it covers everything, right? It's even got little cubbies in here. I don't remember what these are for. Oh, right. So you can upgrade these to medium and get even more lift capability, which is cool. As well as these can be upgraded to medium, and it could be the slanted one. It'll look cool.
Welcome to XBC.
Hey, let's take a second. Let's take a second to honor Ice Wolfen for his golden broadsword, dude. 1 year at tier 3 subscription, dude. Big hype to Ice Wolfen. That's a huge feat, dude. Time has flown. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. Appreciate all that support over the year. You are epic, man. The Iceman. Yes. Big hype for Ice Wolfen. Very cool, man. A streamer in his own right.
Welcome to XBC.
Very cool. Hello, Sarge, with the 5-month resub. Very cool. You are very close to your battle axe. Very nice. Appreciate you guys with those resubs. So yeah, this is a low end. I mean, I could do something like this, but I'm happy with this. I like this build. I actually use it. Aha! Exactly, Zovia. Good point. So, part of Project Prefab is not only are we making a catalog, but we're maintaining a catalog. It's one thing to compile a collection of builds and watch them gather dust over time. That's not what we're doing here. You know, designers challenge builds from a year ago. If we revisit them today, would they all be current and working? And probably not. I'd say no. The difference with these is we're going to recertify these every patch, every update. They're going to be recertified. They're going to be worked on, and we're going to work on these as a community. So let's say 1.5 comes and it changes something to do with these SVs. Let's say thrusters aren't what they used to be, and we need to add more thrust. In a stream, us as a community is going to we're going to work on that. We're going to demonstrate it. We're going to look at the builds that are in the catalog, and we're going to ensure that they get updated. Now, if they don't get updated, then eventually we're going to have to pull the certification. And then, but at the end of the day, we're going to maintain an active working catalog. So it's up to Elion, or I would definitely, you know, if there's builds that are in the catalog that are then prefabs, we will actively be sending a message to Elion saying, hey, these are the prefabs that you guys have used from our catalog. Here's the updates for those builds so that you can update the core game. So we will actively be doing that. That's going to be us, because you know, we don't have to rely on the development team to update our prefabs, right? So that's the point of that. Taste Day with the 9-monther, man. Very cool. Thank you. And that is it's a level 2 hype train. Hell yeah. Thank you guys. Big hype. So yeah, Zovia, to answer your question, that's what it's all about. Now I will say we looked at all of your all of your builds and pretty much everything was good. You had mentioned that you saw the Ascalon was a little weaker thrust than it was originally. I'm sure with some of the flight mechanics tweaks and stuff that they did, it probably has to be revisited. But you know, and people that are of the Anvil and currently have prefabs, those will be integrated into the catalog anyway. So we're all gonna do a good job of maintaining our community assets for sure. So that is going to be a thing. Hey Marcus, how's it going? So yeah, that's the intention here. The intention is to solve the prefab problem in Empyrion. That is the #1 mission of Project Prefab. #2 mission is, it's a part of it. It's, we are also promoting and incentivizing our community of builders to assist in building things for development and, being represented in the game for, the hard work that you guys do. So, it all works together. It's a no-brainer. It's a win-win, as they would call it. So. Yeah, totally, Garmin. So I'm going to be going for, I think, unlock level 7. I'm going to be going for kind of utility transport SV. I want something that has a decent amount of cargo. I want something that I can use, and honestly, I want to use it in Season 3. I want a starter SV that I can fly around and do what I need to do, and in my beginning gameplay of Season 3. So let's do it. A modular prefab. Yeah, listen, I don't have any I don't think there's any reason why Jay Randall's the name of that thing, Janus CV wouldn't make a good prefab, but because even if nobody knows what a Helios is, it's still in its own right a very good CV that ends up being a miner. I mean, that's awesome. That's like the rebar, but it has so much more space, obviously, and a lot more utility. So, yeah, I think it's a no-brainer that could be a really good starter CV, even if you don't know what the hell a module or a Helios is. I would love to make HVs great again. I would. I'm starting to fall in love with SVs, man. It's been it's been a weird relationship with me and SVs, but I'm definitely getting there. I'm kind of getting there, guys. I don't know what's wrong with me, but well, I think there's some elements that have been improved with SVs. Reforged Eden's definitely done a great job of integrating some more interesting combat mechanics, and hopefully that gets reciprocated within vanilla eventually. It could be cool. It could be cool. I mean, but there's definitely there's still some gates. There's still some problems. Obviously, respawning is the biggest problem, I think, with SVs, and that why people don't use them and want to go the full route with them, right? I think it ends up being, hey, I can't respawn from this, it's scary, I'm gonna stick with like an HV or something. I think that's the only thing. Or, it's a CV SV situation, and like the barge, or like some other thing. What the come on, come on, wait. I'm an idiot. I am a fool. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so like I said, we want cargo. We want Now I want to get away from now, you know, something like the Shiv, which is made purely of oh, I guess it's not made purely of container. But it has a lot of container extensions outbound. I want to kind of do away with that with this. Like I don't, you know, because once those get shot out, you know, it is kind of a problem. So I don't really want to promote that with a prefab. Just a personal choice. I'm not saying that's something people have to adopt. For me, it's like, you know, it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. To me, it's like, you know, you get shot, and especially now with the new stuff, and you know, you lose your cargo. People are gonna be like, "Why? Why did I lose my cargo? What's that?" It's a weird thing. I'm already making this too small. This is my problem. I don't make it too big, but I want it to be able to take a warp drive aftermarket. Although I don't know, the whole warp drive thing is, it's hard to make it symmetrical, so I'd have to put it on top basically. MX5. MX5 is the got the warp drive there. See how big that is in comparison to what I'm doing? I, I have a real problem, man. I don't know. This just seems really big to me, but it's not. It's, you know, and it's pretty damn inexpensive. Yeah, Marcus. I'll get right on that. A bit different than Space Engineers. I do want to attempt to put something together for this. Awesome, dude. Awesome. I came from Space Engineers, so I started in Space Engineers, and then I started playing this when it first came out, Alpha 1. Didn't like it. Came back later, and never left. It's just it takes a while, but it's definitely way easier to build, and there's a lot more shapes. But you do miss that function conveyor stuff. You know, you miss a lot of that for sure. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, yeah, Garen. I mean, that's what I liked about it, Dragon. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. You know, and that's just not in this game at all. So it's, you know, definitely a preference. Some people like it, some people don't. The problem I have with the game was performance and content. Right? Two obvious issues. Yeah, see, I'm so behind. I haven't played Space Engineers in years, but I was really big on the azimuth stuff. There was a couple mods that I really enjoyed, and but that's the problem with the game that I found is like you got to have a million mods to kind of enjoy the game, and when those mods don't get maintained, yeah, you know, you're suffering. You are suffering. I don't like mods. I don't like. I appreciate. Let me not say that. I like mods. I don't. I get really apprehensive about using them because I don't want to get attached and then they don't get updated. That was a big thing in Space Engineers. Well, to me, this is the power of you know, an alpha game. This is the power. Well, not even just an alpha game, but this is what makes communities of gaming communities so strong. Is that they can take something and find improvements where other people wouldn't. No matter how gifted and genius you are, you're gonna miss things. Um, you're gonna miss things all the time. I'll always pick on Jay Randall because he knows. But you take Jay Randall for instance. To me, genius level building. Like his builds are freaking amazing. Nobody could take that away from him. But he misses things all the time. You'll mention something and be like, "Oh, no, that's a great idea. Let's do that. Let's do that." So I mean, everybody can be improved by input, and that's what mods are. Mods do a really good job of improving a game and stuff. But the problem is, it's one thing to have an idea. It's another thing to develop that idea. It's the hardest thing to maintain that development. And when you're a game developer and you have to rely on third party people to maintain the aesthetic quality of your game, that's a problem. So it's a double edged kind of situation for me. It's like, mods are great, but if I need mods in order to enjoy the game, then I don't know. Yeah, because most of the time, mods, they don't make any money from doing mods. There's no incentive for them to do it. If they stop playing the game, what's the incentive? Um, some people really enjoy the fact that other people are using their creations, and that's a drive for a while. But eventually they'll move on. Eventually they'll be like, well, there's nothing really keeping me here. I'll just, that's it. And, you won't see them anymore, and then there goes. You know what I mean? So I don't know. See, I never use mods in 7 days. I can't say that. I use the food and hunger thing, but I think that's now a part of the game, so I don't even have to use that anymore. I've never used mods, and maybe I should. Maybe I should check it out now. But there was always so much content in that game that I just didn't really need it. It wasn't required to enjoy it. Um, I think you've talked to me about that. I do need to check that out. I would love to do that. And honestly, like I mentioned this in Discord earlier, I am planning on fixing my schedule a bit to where it's a little more reliable. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to be doing Let's Play for Subnautica, and eventually, because I never finished Subnautica, so I want to start over. I want to relive the story up to where I was, continue, end the game, and then I want to go to Sub-Zero, which I've had. I've had Sub-Zero for the longest time, but I haven't played it because everybody told me it's still in development. Wait till it's released. So I haven't touched it. Never played it. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I think it'll be a good series, and then I guess eventually when that's done, maybe Alpha 20 will be out. Get into some of that. There was a straight. I guess I don't need. Guess I can make my own wings, right? Make your own damn wings, XCal. Wait, what? Pretty? Pretty was a banned word? I gotta check out the banned list. What the hell? What? Freaking Twitch. Yeah, no. The Fun Pimps are epic, dude. One of my favorite development teams by far. True success story in alpha development. Yeah, anytime you can slow a game down and it still has drive to play it, that's good. Now, if you slow the game down and it's just monotonous, then it's a tricky maneuver. It is definitely a tricky maneuver. Yeah, and I think that's another. So you know, there's total conversion mods like what Reforged is, and there's mods. So you know, if and when we ever do get the ability to have mods on the workshop and actually do things like that, people can literally make their own gameplay. I mean, if you just like one aspect of Reforged and you can implement that in vanilla, then that's a win. But because Reforged is so vast and has so much difference, it's really a different game, and it's like you're adopting this entire game, like it or not, and you have to kind of settle for some things you don't like. But there is benefits too because it's one developer and he's going to maintain the entire thing. Versus you know making your own scenario with like 10 different mods and then two of them don't work anymore. So it's got its wins and its you know its fails as well. So yeah. Like when we actually get this done here, we'll probably make these wings like carbon and stuff, lower the cost of some of that. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to get an idea of the size and shape. 8,000 or so. Nice, I was muted. I was agreeing with Shadow and saying that, you know, it's Reforged is a higher level of gameplay, but new players have plenty of content to enjoy in vanilla. There's a ton of stuff to do. You know, we've been playing the game for thousands of hours, so our opinion is a little you know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be the same as a new player that's just getting started in the game. Now, you know, and I think that's something a lot of us forget is that, you know, we've been playing this game for a long time, and you know, our opinion of it and our view of it is going to be a lot different than, you know, somebody who's never played it before. I mean, it's just how it is. Yeah, Pretorius, no, I agree, but Elion developers also are active and interested in the game, and at this point are 1 to 2 people. I mean, honestly, it's the same. It's pretty similar. There's a few people, like I could count on one hand how many people in Elion are developing the game. I don't know for sure, but I can assume, like, you know what I mean? So it's the same thing, and they're helping each other. Vermilion and Ravian, you know, they're working together, and you know, it's very intertwined because it benefits both parties. You know, it benefits Vermilion and Ravian to help the patch development of the core game, because then they have something to work off of and they can further improve their mods. It benefits the developer to make sure that Vermilion and Ravian are happy, and you know, with the updates and communication and stuff, so that more of us are playing the game that have been playing for thousands of hours. If Reforged Eden, Project Eden, Reforged Galaxy never existed, would the same amount of people be in this chat right now? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the same amount of people would be playing this game. I can't be sure of that. %, of the gameplay generation system that they implemented. Yeah, exactly. But that's it. I mean, as long as it's driving you to still play and support the game and everything, then that's, you know, I think that's a win. Um, Yeah, exactly, Kermit. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, they don't have the access to be able to change, a lot. It's just, it's a lot of cosmetic and it's everything in their power that they can change, but that's pretty limited too. So. Well, CPU is messy. It always has been. It was implemented messy. It was, and when I say it's messy because it wasn't, it should have been balanced with the rest of the game before it came out. It should have been balanced with the unlock levels. It should have been balanced with this. It should have been cohesive, and it should have assisted in helping direct new players into the game. And it should be default. All of this should be default. Weights and volumes, default. CPU, default. What are we doing? I hate that. That's a travesty to me. That's probably, like, I'll take that over anything, dude. I'll take that over clone chambers and motorbikes. Like, all that needs to be implemented as core game. We need to pull the band-aid off. Make all of that shit default. Weights and volumes? Like, are you kidding? There's still people rolling around in these in my Shiv with half the planet in the cargo box? That's crazy to me. Like, that blows my mind. There's people rolling around with stacks of ore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what I mean? Like 50 stacks of promethium in a Shiv, and they're flying about space and atmosphere like it's freaking. That's crazy. That's crazy that's how people see this game when they first start. Stop it. Stop it, man. Makes no sense to me. That's not the game. Makes no sense. Every other space game has limits. Every other space game has some of these things. Like, it's insane to me that people still play the game like that, and they don't know any better because it's default. I don't understand. Everybody that's been playing this game for years and stuff, I mean, whatever, like, but new people that are just starting to play this game, like, that's criminal, man. They need to understand how this game works from jump. When you learn something new, you learn it the way it is, and that's it. But if you learn something from jump, you form an opinion already, and then when you go to do something else, you're basing it off of your original opinion. It makes it harder for people to adjust. You don't want people to adjust. You want people to initially learn how the game is. That's why when I start most new games, I start in, normal to hard mode. I never start in easy mode. It makes no sense. Oh, I'm just learning the game. Yeah, I want to learn the game the way it's meant to be played. I don't want to learn the game, with training wheels on. It makes no sense. Yeah, Chumskull, exactly. And it's to me, it's a disservice. I don't know. Maybe I'm the minority in that, but it's a disservice. Makes no sense. Well, tier 4 is meant to just be like, do whatever you want, and I don't know. I don't want to get into a big CPU debate. That's already been hashed for years and years. It is what it is. But yeah, that should have been that band-aid should have been pulled off when all that drama was happening anyway. CPU is the thing. CPU is in the game. It's done deal. There's no debate. there's no debate there, sir. We all know. You miss it. Yeah. See, so Garriman, I mean that's it's interesting too, right? Because I know other people that joined up, you know, and I've talked to them and stuff, and it's Neurosite was another one, right? He wasn't there for Alpha 9. Alpha 9 was the first really big change, and that was weights and volumes. That was huge. That was huge and painful. You know, we lost, you know, well, we lost like Mr. Spicy, for instance. He was gone after that shit. He's like, wait, I can't carry my whole base in my pocket. Oh, I'm out of here. He was gone. I mean, honestly, Alpha 9 is why the Anvil community started. Yeah, that's it, because we were all over in Mr. Spicy's Discord, and we formed our own after he abandoned the game. So, yeah, I mean, that really birthed the Anvil. But, yeah, no, I mean, that's it. People are just used to a certain way of things, and if you change it on them that late in the game, it's like, I can't do this. I can't relearn this again. And it just freaks people out. I think the game's better for it. Should it have been done ages ago? Of course. But the game's way better for it. It's not the most ideal system. Omicron, thank you for that follow. It's not, yeah, I mean, it needs work. It's got issues, but yeah, it's really scary how many moving parts this game has. Yeah, man. We got, oh yeah, since the beginning of quarantine, man. It's been over a year now. Welcome back. Sounds ago, yeah. Change is not always good though. I have a ton of games make massive mistakes and having to revert back to original design of a mechanic or nerf the hell out of the new. Yeah, it's developing a game, man. Is such a freaking crapshoot. Like, it's all about timing. It's all about timing. You know, I think the other thing is recognizing that alpha backers are not necessarily the audience at the end of the day, and I think that's the case for some games. I'm not sure if that's Empyrion, because I think the alpha testers are, while they're not really providing revenue or anything, they're, well, I guess they are, like, subconsciously, but it's you know, some games are in development so long that, you know, I mean, it's been almost 6 years now that Empyrion, if not 6 years, right, that Empyrion's been in development. How different is the alpha game genre and the survival genre changed in that time? You know, what we were doing back then versus what people are doing now. You look at games like Valheim, you look at some of these other games. You know, Empyrion is competing with that. They're, you know, if they were to come out, if nobody ever heard of Empyrion and it came out today, it would be judged based on the merit of these other games that are successful. It would be judged. It wouldn't be judged against Space Engineers. Well, I guess it would, but you know what I mean. It wouldn't be judged against the games that came out 5-6 years ago. It'd be judged against the games that are out now. So when you see some of these developers do these crazy things, it's because they're trying to change the game and compete with potential new buyers and what they're interested in, what they want to see. And it's I don't know, I see that, like, I understand that move and everything, but it can be costly too. Doesn't always work. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you know, if the company's not making money, where's the drive to want to make the game better? I mean, a lot of my drive as a content creator in this game is frankly to make the game more appealing. And the reason is because I want to see more changes in the game. I want to see the game continue to be developed. And, you know, the only way that's going to happen is if, you know, the development team's happy and if they're, you know, right? So, you know, if we can continue to help that along, then why not, you know? Because, I mean, that, you know, frankly, that's what the community's built on. It's built on this game. Could we end up playing other games? Sure. I don't think there's any question that we could play other games as well, but the base core of our entire community is based on this game. And, you know, yeah, I mean, I'm afraid of the day that this game isn't relevant and, you know, a lot of people leave because the game's not there anymore. You know, so, I mean, that's part of it. Personally, I don't like Valheim. I mean, I'm not sitting here playing Valheim really at all. I mean, I see the appeal. It's cool. It's a cool game. I don't think it's like blowing my mind in any way. What makes Valheim cool is that it's a solid playing game that has a lot of different aspects to it. It's a building game. It's a RPG. It's a exploration game. It's a gathering game. It's a combat game. It's, you know, it has all these great elements in one, and it works good. It has all that from the beginning. It's a whole game. If they stopped everything right now, it's worth the money. It's a full game. You know, but there are improvements coming. There are tons of more content coming. So that's what's exciting, is that you're getting this whole game. You're not getting a bunch of promises. You're not getting like, hey, you can gather and eventually we're going to give you a pickaxe, but for now you got to karate chop the rocks. But in a year, you know, if you back us and we generate this amount of money, we're going to give you a pickaxe. It's like, no, I've done that like 30 times. I'm cool. I got like 20 other games in my library that have promised the same thing. No, I'm good. So Valheim, you know, was in development for years, but they came out with a full, tangible product and said, you know, here's this. Now watch us as we develop this way further and give you way more. But here, hold this for now and enjoy it. And there's so much there that it's exciting. It's a lot of fun, so. Yeah, that too. That too. The Viking thing's a big deal. There's a lot of good points to that. Is there? What are these games? What are these games? Tell me these games. I know not of times to be alive. What games? What games are we speaking of? There are a lot of good games, but this genre is exhausting. Exhausting. Oh god, don't talk to me about that game. We did a stream on that game. Yeah. Ew. Ew. I'm not into games where I have to die a million times to get good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying there's not a place for it, but I'm not a one game person. I say that, but I play nothing. But you know what I mean. I'm not. Well, okay. Let's put it this way. I'm not the type of player that is able to commit to one game and play the shit out of it for years and years, other than Empyrion. Because, yeah, I mean, no. I haven't found a game that would do that for me. So, you know, I have limited time with this game. So, you know, do I have to spend, you know, that time dying constantly? I can't do it. You know, there's games that I would love to get really good at. Oxygen Not Included, Stationeers. You know, there's some really cool games out there that I would love to be a genius at, and freaking, you know, I would love that, but I just don't have. I don't have that kind of time. You know, I can't. I want to. I can't. You know, because you know, there's this game that you know I'm not gonna let go of, and you know, it's just I can't. You know. Rhetoric. For sure, chance to go for sure. No, no, and but that's it. That's Empyrion, and I do that for Empyrion because you know I'm always gonna play Empyrion, so you know I can't do that for another game. Now, the only other game I've devoted that kind of time to is 7 Days to Die, and Rust. I did come from Rust, so I did, yeah. I have a lot of time in Rust. But those, you know, there's only been a few games like that. Legacy Rust. I did play the newer Rust, but I was a big Legacy Rust. When it moved to the new game, I didn't really I didn't follow it at first, then eventually I did, and I played about, I don't know, maybe like 1,000 hours more, maybe less. And I was done with it. But I have about 3,000 hours in that game. Played some Rust. Yeah, what makes this game amazing is it's not the same. Every time you play it, it's different. You can play the game differently. You can focus on things differently. You always have new concepts and interests for building, and it's always different. Um, I don't know. That's a thing. You guys are doing things I don't even know. Nice, Kilo. Well, I mean, you know, and I've said this a million times, right? Is that it's just learning the tools. You know, I mean, everybody can draw a spaceship in their head. It takes talent to draw it with a pencil. It takes talent to draw it with watercolors. It takes talent to draw it with blocks. Once you understand the blocks and how they move and how you can make certain angles and lines, then you're really just drawing. You know, the best builders in this game are just drawing. They're just drawing with blocks. Everybody has their own different methods and stuff. Like, half the time I don't know what I'm building. I have a vague idea, but I don't really know what I'm building when I build. So I end up with something like this. Like, I wasn't intending to come in here and build something that looks like this necessarily, but you know, it just happens. So sometimes you get that, but then sometimes you get somebody that really has an idea what they want it to look like. Some people do replicas, and it's just understanding the medium. It's just another medium, you know. All right, on Kilo. I'm glad you're building, man. That's awesome. Building is the best part of this game. Well, building is the strongest suit in this game. It's the most developed part of this game, hands down. What gives this game real, like, replay value. I am digging this, so I'm thinking I got enough room in here to really kind of add what I need. Now, vanilla counts blocks as CPU, which is... Yeah, let's start putting some thrust on here. But I definitely want to have I was gonna say I definitely want to have spacing for upgrade thrusters, so we want to do like 3 blocks at least. I'm even thinking like mediums. Add those eventually. Which would really make this a long serving vessel here. That's a good amount of height. Yeah, this is great. I think I want the thrusters to be. I'm trying to think of the ship that thinking of here. It's a very popular little ship. That's cool. Alright. Yeah. That's weird. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm thinking of right here. Okay, so... But this is really small. The Phantom. From Rebels, okay. Yeah. Okay. This was part of Ghost, right? This came out. Yeah. Okay, that's where I seen it from. Okay, cool. Cool little ship, right? Like a really cool little ship. All right. What's that? This is Ghost, which is a cool ship in its own right. It kind of reminds me of the from Star Citizen, the Reliant Sin. Okay. A little bit. Not a lot, but it has some similarities. This would be a cool build, though. And honestly, that's doable. More or less, that's doable in game. Like you could replicate that. That's pretty cool. Side thrust, have some nice mediums here. Yeah, you could do a thing, man. You could probably make this. Alright, yeah. A cool shit. Kinda gives me like a bat vibe. Yeah, it would be cool. No, no, I can't take that from Donk. Donk's owned it. No, I don't think so. It is gonna be like a hangar style though. Like it's just gonna be kind of a big hangar. It's gonna have cargo. It's gonna have kind of just walk in and it's kind of an open thing. God, I wish we had like drawbridge things. Like, oh, if I could just have a thing that starts up here and then comes all the way down as a ramp, that would be amazing. That would be freaking amazing. Oh, I'm sorry. I was muted. I don't know why. In a zone. We're in the zone. I don't know. Parts of this building I don't like at all. I like the back. This whole. I feel like it's too tall. I feel like it's like too high up here. I don't like the transition. I like it up here. I don't know, it's hard. It's hard. Like, I like it up here. I don't like it from the side. It looks weird. I don't know. Oh! Needs something. Really needs something. I don't know, it could maybe use another wing coming out, maybe? Slope to the nose. Well, oddly enough, it is the same angle, it's just... Hey, Script, what's up, man? I'm just trying to spice up the front to where it doesn't look so slopey. You guys think this needs to be 2 blocks wider? Yeah, I wish there was a ramp, like a single ramp for this one. Yeah, it's a bit more space. I like it. So, I mean, I need enough room for cargo. I need enough room for everything. I want you to be able to walk around, work out of this thing. Sorry. Why am I was muted because I sneezed. Yeah, I was just saying that's it for today, guys. We will continue working on this as well as our starter CV for this month's challenge, as well as our next episode on Wednesday with Jay Randall for the community server Let's Play. And then join me tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern for our first episode of our Subnautica Let's Play, which is going to be a lot of fun. Till then, join the Script HD here for a proper raid, and you guys have fun. Hope you guys are excited about Project Prefab. It's gonna be a, I think it's gonna be a good one, guys. Till then, take care.